Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back, my friends. This is the one and only MRC show that never ends, and we're back. It's a Wednesday night. Here is your evening full of entertainment, and it kicks off in Austria for the Tier 3 round 10 already. Can you believe it? 10 races through this season. Wow, where does the time go? The championship is very, very tight, and we've got beautiful sunshine. I do believe I have already heard that it's dry for the race, so happy days for these drivers. They can run with the setups they have perfected through time trial and through the practice sessions. Before we get into qualifying, let me introduce my man at my right hand side this evening, and when we are on comms it's normally a bit of a, well, it's a giggle, to say the least. I'm so pleased that he's with me this evening. It's the Tier 2 driver and the reigning Tier 3 champione, Mr. Connor Hardy. Good evening, sir.
Hello. Tier 3, back again. Austria. Smells like a great race to me. But...
certainly does.
I'm intrigued. We saw some good laps in the past. before Simon, yeah. But,
yeah, you're calling him out. You can call him out. You get away with that. You can call out...
I was going to say, I get a free one, I think, just for his absolute monstrosity. But, no, I'm joking. But it's all good. But Melbourne's going to be the first man to to get round, and then he's got his Babby Hornet right behind him.
He certainly does. Hoping for a distant tow. This is one of the shortest laps on the calendar, only 2.683 miles. Or 4.3 kilometres if you are that way inclined. It's alright, we'll teach you the miles, we'll tell you how to say things properly. With the lap record, it's currently held in 2018. Can you tell me, Mr. Hardy, who set the lap record?
You had to ask me before you got it up.
Yes.
Is it Lewis?
No.
I was expecting it to be a Lewis fact, being as, you know, your
yeah.
Hodge. But,
yeah, true.
2018. I feel like for Leclerc? No, that would be Leclerc. Vettel?
No.
Okay, I just look like a Bottas.
No, it was the Iceman, Mr. Raikkonen.
So it was the other Ferrari. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was. You were getting there. You were getting there. I was trying to think of how can I give you hints without giving it away so easily. I'm not even going to ask you roughly what time it was. It was a 106.957 as the lap record around here.
They're slower than me.
They're quicker than, what I was running. I'm not going to lie. 3 DRS... Sorry?
Was that in the race that time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're quicker than me.
Lap record. No, lap record. It's lap record. They don't count qualifying, of course. That's when they used to have the... the engine modes for qualifying, etc.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is banned. And Gekes must have had a spin out the pit lane, and unfortunately...
It was very harsh. You went in turn 1.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, that is... I've had that before, Geke. I have had that in the past. It is horrible. Feel for you, my friend. Feel for you. 105.3 already from Julian on the medium tyres. Great lap from him. Track does rubber in quite a bit round here, though. Yeah,
it does. Very quickly. I used a double warm-up as well. I found that worked until I invalidated.
Oh, nightmare. Yeah, but you're right, actually, yeah. And it's easy to... this is harsher on the front tyres because there's not many traction zones. You'd have to say turn 3, turn 4 are the main traction zones here, and we will do a lap on board very soon with Mr. Hardy. It hurts the front, especially through that middle sector, and it's very understeery, I found, this track.
Yeah, especially 6 and 7, I want to say.
Oh, the big spin of Neil on Scotty. I was about to mention Scotty. It is 15.97, about to give him another call out. He is on his debut at MRC, and unfortunately he is DNF from the session. That is so unlucky. But welcome still to Scotty. Hopefully you are watching, and hopefully you are we look forward to seeing you race and taking part this evening and forevermore in MRC. So very unlucky for you. Connor, if you would, my good man, could you take us through? I'll give you a couple of seconds to bring up the check-ins, because we've got quite a few reserve drivers this evening.
So, first of all, we have... Oh, I need to remember who's in what tier. Airways, the Tier 4 driver. He is in. He's been a regular in Tier 3 this season as well and performed very well on a consistent basis.
Yeah, he has.
We have got... Well, Scotty's technically a reserve, obviously, brand new to the league. Great to see him around. Hopefully, we see him a lot more in the future. Neil, it's great to see him back. He had an injury recently, and it is great to see him back driving with us because... Well, he's a very good driver. Fox River 8, the Tier 2 driver. He is in the Mercedes, just like Mr. Edens. He is in the Ferrari. Error Voice, another regular reserve. Mr. Reliable is what I like to call him. He is in the Haas tonight, the Tier 2 driver as well. Then we've got the Tier 1 driver. It's Bergen. He is in the Alpha Tauri. Also, Mr. Reliable. Can always rely on him. Kaiser Soze, Fanning, both higher tier drivers, they are in the Williams, and then you've got Anton, the French, Dutch, Spanish, German goddess in the Alpha Tauri.
Yeah, a lot of stand-ins this evening. So some of them will be qualifying on the medium tyres. Some of them will not be qualifying or setting a lap at all, and they will all receive a 4-place demotion from where they finish at the end. Now, you mentioned Airways, and he is currently sat in P3. With a fantastic lap. I'm just looking at the championship standings, and he has raced, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3 races. No, 4 races, sorry. He DNF'd in the last round in Canada, but he's currently sitting 10th in the championship with a 4th and a 2nd place finish, followed by a 13th. So you're right, he's racing extremely well in Tier 3.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, firstly, it's no secret the struggles Tier 3 have had this season in all departments. But, so that also makes this championship an awful lot closer. I still think there's, like, the top 7 are only separated by a certain amount of points. It's crazy close in this tier. So, let's say, for example, Airways went and wins today. He could even find himself right in the mix in the Tier 3 championship battle at some stage.
Yeah, there's potential to move. Yeah, depending on how other people get in. You know, we've got Mr. Night Shadow. He's in 7th as a reserve driver, of course, now Tier 2. DRS Neil, who... where's he gone? Not in tonight. But he's... Yeah, I think he has, but he's currently 4th in the standings, won twice. He's only raced 3 times, and he's won the 2 out of 3 races, and he's currently 2nd. The championship leader is Donny Osmond, who isn't unfortunately with us tonight.
Yeah, he's not in tonight, sadly.
So that opens the door. Rob Smith, I hope you're watching, my friend. Please get involved in the chat and get well soon. Really hope you're back with us. You are lying 2nd in the championship, only 2 points ahead of the man currently sitting in provisional P2, which is DRS Julian. Then we've got a bit of a gap further back. That's DRS Neil. Then Melvin as well. So Melvin could jump quite a bit as well this evening. So that is tight. You know, there's a lot of movers and shakers, a lot of reserves up there. What I've noticed, and I didn't realise, is the constructors is mightily tight. There is... Oh, hang on, I've got to do some maths here, and this is not my forte. I use a calculator at work. Well, put it this way, between AlphaTauri, who are leading the championship, they are only 1 point ahead of Williams. That is something you don't hear every day. They were only 12 points ahead of Alfa Romeo. Yeah, to be fair, it's kind of getting that way because Alfa Romeo are currently 3rd in the standings.
Yeah, you definitely are.
So, it does feel like it, doesn't it? But that's all right, because of the chopping and changing, because of the reserves and people scoring points for the tiers. Oh, DRS Julian loses it through the middle sector. Oh my goodness me, just hits the wall. That's going to be damage, unfortunately. Who have we got starting a lap? Carl's on the mediums. He is on an out lap. We'll come back in a moment. We've got 8 minutes left of the session. Only 11 people have set a lap time so far. Of course, Bergen and Ant will not set lap times because they are tier 1. We're going to have Bit, Error Voice, Scottish Ninja. Hopefully he's going to get himself up there. He's had a bit of an interchangeable season, we could say, but definitely deserves a lot more. Then we've got Soze, of course, tier 1. He won't be setting lap time. Fanning can as well on the mediums, should he choose, but I don't think he will because he was mightily quick on Monday. through here. Ryan says Melvin's running a Masters setup. Did he copy mine?
No, he called it. Well, Ryan's going to claim his is the Master setup here, but
I know.
You know.
I know where he's going with that.
I'm trying to find a driver to do it that with, but none of them are. They're all coming in the pits. Oh, B17. Here you go.
Okay. Well, where's he gone? Where's B17? There he is. I was just watching. So let's ride on board with the Aston Martin. Good call. Run us through a lap.
Down to turn 1, you break at 100 metres. You've got to swing it. You can take a lot of the curb on the entry, and it pretty much it sets your line for the next corner. Now, this is a very, very long straight. They count this as turn 3, but it's not really a corner. This is the real turn 3. You break at 100 metres. You've got to scramble for the traction everywhere. You've got to try and keep it tight, but then let it run out wide on the exit, because that is where the best traction comes from. Now, this not so straight. You just have to keep going, then you get the 100 metres, you brake hard, you got to swing it in, try and hit the apex, but again, let the car just roll out wide for the best possible exit now. Turn 5 pretty much flat out now, into turn 6, you just got to a 50 metre brake, and let the car swing in and get on the throttle as quickly as you can, upshift when you can as well. Now, down to turn 7 again, it's very, very similar to turn 8, flat out in these cars. Now, turn 9 and 10, arguably the most fun corners on the game, 50 metres brake, you throw it in, pray the car sticks, and it should do, and then into the final corner. You can't take too much on the curb on entry or exit, but he keeps it nice and clean across the line, and it's a 105.7 up to P6. Yeah, that track takes your breath away.
It does. It comes at you so thick and fast. You've got the long straight, so you think you can relax, but they're not straight, as you rightly said.
No, they're not. That's why half of turn 3 is a little kink in a corner down the back straight, and that's just not a corner, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, turn 2 doesn't exist, but does. Yeah, it's a very strange one, and then you've got that mental second sector, which comes into a very short and furious last sector. Airways has got a purple first sector.
Yeah, he's flying.
Yeah, so let's have a look what we've got in the YouTube chat. Hit the like button, folks. Don't forget, there's only one like, and that was just me now. So hit the like button. We've got Ryan, of course, is in the chat. Martin has got his Rioja is vegan chili. That's, we need words. Mountains out the window is MRC fix. I mean, life doesn't get better when you've got those views, and you've got the MRC fix. What else do you need in life? Exactly, yeah, and a good Rioja. I mean, I really can't complain with that. I've got a room ski myself, which is typical.
You never.
Nah, never.
3 laps now. Come on, guys, this isn't good enough.
Oh, anyways, puts it back into 4th. Great lap, only 2/10 off the potential pole time from Fox. Good lap from him, and good evening. Yep, he's hitting the like button. That's the one. 5 likes, fantastic, guys. Keep it going. 15 of you watching. We want to get to 10 likes at least by the end of this stream. So hit the share button. Share it on your Bebos, your My Faces, and everywhere else that you have. Let's have a look. So Bergen's just doing a race sim, I do believe. Fanning Society is going to have a go later on the medium tyre. So let's have a look on board while a couple of people are finishing their laps. Much Nuts Jazz Boy are back out as well. Shiran, good evening, my friend. Great comms, thank you. We do try. Stevie J is supporting Carl, or East 17.
Yeah, that's
and Ryan Barber has a salt and pepper chicken. Why would you say things like that? Come on, dude. And that's just not even fair.
Yeah.
I mean, send some my way.
Oh, big split for Sambo.
Oh, where's that? Sorry, I'm going to leave Fanning. Oh, big. Wow. Yeah, you can end up on the inside there. Oh, someone's followed him. I think that's his teammate followed him as well. Out of sympathy. Yep, it was. I think actually Airways is moving out the way. He's done his lap. Yes, you can end up on the inside there. You either end up on the outside in a wall or right on the grass on the inside. And it's a very strange one.
Yeah, it really is. The thing is, you think you've got traction through there because in qualifying it virtually sticks. Well, apparently not, but for me it did. And then you go into the race and all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, I can't press the throttle through there. Brilliant.
Yeah, so it gives you understeer, doesn't it, with heavy fuel? But I found it's very bumpy.
Yeah,
that middle sector, especially through there. That is it turn 5? Sorry, it's turn 6. Sorry.
7.
Yeah. That is bumpier than you think.
The place you went 3 wide through.
Yes. Yes.
It made the comms that, well, me and Chris absolutely
Squeal.
poop ourselves.
Yes.
No, I went silent.
I can't remember if we were on driver comms back then. I can't remember.
You and Gav were,
Were we?
and it was funny, to say the least. But
Yeah, we did have a bit of fun with that. Neil's forgotten to use his ERS, so we'll unfortunately skip him. Jazz Boy's starting a lap. He's bailed.
Mark Stats is just coming across the line. This is going to be interesting to see if he can move up anywhere.
Improvement up to 7th.
He's into 7th. Yeah, great lap from him.
Good lap, yep. Fox is back out as well. Melvin is back out. So let's have a look. I'll just skip there. I think it's E17 improved, or someone improved.
Is Ninja on a quali ban? Because he hasn't gone out on track yet.
That's a point. I think he is. He is allowed to go out and set, check his setup, though. He is allowed to do that, and as long as he doesn't set a lap time. And doing as usual, using a set of inters, which is fine. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Neil. Going to turn 1. I think there was someone else on it. Yeah, he is on a quali ban.
Oh, I was going to say, I was just about to check, yeah. Oh, yeah, because sadly, that's why Ghost Rider's not racing today as well, because he's having a race ban, so.
Unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
There are changes being discussed at the moment for next season in terms of penalties, in terms of repeat offenders, and if you find yourselves in the steward's room too often, well, you're going to get potentially some increased penalties, because we are trying to promote a lot of clean and fair driving. A little bit of contact, it happens. We are racers, it does happen, but we're just trying to encourage people to be a bit more aware, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they hate the stewards now, they'll hate them even more.
Neil, what can he do? Doesn't improve. Yeah, it does improve. Get into the 104. I did say we'll just get there, but to do it on the mediums is an incredible lap. How's Melvin doing? He's bailed on his. Julian's going to cross the line and does not improve either.
That was his outlap, I think, for Julian. So I think this is his flyer because he's got full battery. So be interesting.
Keep with the man who is sitting 3rd in the championship. Could have a major jump this evening should results go his way.
Good first sector. He's a 10th.5 up.
Oh, bit squirrely.
Oh, he got away with that one. I thought that was going in the wall for a second.
Yeah, easy to do, isn't it? Once you lose that grip, but you do it. It doesn't want to bite again. However, I was battling in Tier 1 with Reese for quite a while through an hour, attempting to recover from issues that happened early on. And he was exiting more on the inside. Oh, big twitch through turn 8 for Julian. How did he keep that?
There's a red ball in the
reactions.
Wall.
Oh, no.
Baby Hornet's out.
Oh, no, Simon. Let's have a quick look at Julian. He was up on his time. Can he get grab pole? Oh, he doesn't. He loses in the final sector. Oh, so close. He was about 2/10 up. That could have really fought for pole. What's Melvin doing? He's down on his first sector time.
He is. Jazz Boy's on. No, he's backed out. That's it.
Yep, I think Melvin's still having a go. He is. Nice and neat through 7 and 8. Didn't use too much of the exit curb.
It's half a second down, that's his issue, unless he's got a lot in the last sector.
Yep, but we have hit the checkered flag, and that, ladies and gents, is... Oh, he did gain a bit in the last sector, though. It was close, but unfortunately didn't improve. So Fox River, the Tier 2 man, qualified on pole and a medium tyres. Great lap from him. Melvin will take 2nd. DRS Julian will take 3rd. Airways, great. Qualifying for the Tier 4, man. He is in 4th. Neil in 5th. Sambal in 6th. E17 in 7th. The dog and his ball. Fanning in 9th on the medium. Set that one lap on the mediums. Good lap from him. Danny rounds out the top 10 and the other McLaren. And we will come through to the rest of the grid. Here we are. So, as we mentioned, the top 10. Then Danny in 10th. Baby Hornet, unfortunately, crashed out at the end in 11th. Jazzboy in 12th. Carl in 13th. And Scotty, really unlucky for him. I think he had quite a bit more in the tank. He will start 14th. Everboyce in 15th, Bergen 16th, Scottish Ninja 17th, Casesaws 18th and 19th, and Gecko unfortunately had one of those standard Codemasters DNFs, DSQs even, and he will start at the back of the grid. Who are you thinking then? Who are you tipping, Mr. Hardy?
I think it could be a Dutch battle for the win here. I think, obviously, these two are I believe, the top two that are in the championship that are racing today. So I think those two have got a big fight on their hands.
It is, yeah, and we've got Scottish Ninja trying to come through from further back. So that is a very good call, actually. I mean, it is normally situated as a lot of orange round here, as Mr. Norris does say, but, you know, for the McLaren fans...
No, there's no such thing as Dutch fans in Austria, is there?
Well, funny you should say that, because... Where am I going? Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it. Doesn't matter. Moving on. I thought I had some fun facts for you there, but I've lost it.
It's fine, they can come back for qualifying. But, what is... Yeah, I think Airways is another one to watch, to add to the mix. I know, obviously, he is the Tier 4 driver, but like I said earlier, he's proven so many times he can hang with these guys. And he can also hang in Tier 2. He's done that a few times, so... He's very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right with that one.
But I'll be interested to see what tyres people start on here, because there was a big mix in Tier 2. I'm not sure about Tier 1, because I was stewarding during it, but Tier 2, there was a big mix on who started on what.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at those tyres. And there is a bit of a mix, actually. 2 drivers started on the softs, but a good mix between hards and mediums.
Yeah, there really is. It is about half, well, just under half each, so... Yeah.
I mean, if you've got good tyre life and you look after them, yes, you can do a medium to soft run.
Yeah.
Or you could do a hard mediums if you can't quite take them that far. Or you do a hard to soft run. The softs will run. I can't remember what we saw earlier in the week, but we saw quite a few laps. Like I'm talking like 14 plus laps on the soft tyres. So it is possible to do that. It depends on, well, a lot of factors, as Fox has decided to... We'll move from that. Unfortunately, trying to warm up his tyres has had a moment and hit the wall outside of turn 4.
I'm not going to laugh at him too much, he'll kill me, but yeah.
Well, you are personal friends with him, so, you know. I would do the same for Ryan, I suppose, and Morgan.
I'm just saying he'd do the same thing if it was me, so...
Yeah, he probably would. But we don't do that. We don't laugh out loud at people. Or we try not to. We just laugh at ourselves, in fairness, and anybody else getting involved in the YouTube chat. 6 likes. Come on, guys. 4 more, at least, this evening.
Yeah, exactly that. But what's... talking of the soft stints, actually, because you was mentioning them just now. The leader of Tier 2 for the majority of the race pitted about halfway through. I think he did 15 laps on a set of softs. Don't get me wrong, I know for a fact they were on about 80% by the time he pitted again.
Wow.
But, yeah, they were crazy, and funnily enough, that is today's race leader as well. Well, pole sitter, I should say.
Yeah, but, exactly that.
Yeah.
So, now, Fox has lined up on his grid spot and decided, I'm going to have to ride on board with him. Unfortunately, because of the ridiculously poor camera angles, we're looking back from the last corner. So, let's have a look. Here we go, folks, for Tier 3, round 10 in Austria. Let's wait for the timing glitches to sort itself out. And now we've got 5 red lights, and we go racing, and they're away. And that camera angle is absolutely rubbish. Great start from Fox. We've got DRS Julian Airways side by side going into turn 1. Are they going to give plenty of room? Airways does, and now we're going to have to cut back and see what's going further back. These camera angles are absolutely shocking. Do apologise. Neil and Sambal are side by side. Connor, what have you seen further back?
Baby Hornet's just had an absolute... He's just been sandwiched into turn 1, but he's got away unscathed, but I was terrified.
Wow, and Neil and Sambal still side by side going up to turn 3. And now they're still side by side on the run down to 4, but all good ahead of them, all line astern and doing very, very well. Who's going to be latest on the brakes? Can he get the car stopped? And Sambal, the other Alpine, does make his way past the Ferrari. RC Danny's had a fantastic start, up 2 spots. Everybody's up 4. Scottish Ninja, fantastic start. He needed that, up 4 spots. Scotty, unfortunately, has gone backwards. He is now down 3. Jazzboy down 3 as well, but the top 4 all line astern. And pretty well behaved. What have you seen?
That is sensational from Scotty. He's just gone round the outside of the Alpha Tauri into turn 7. He's just trying to move round the outside of Bergen.
What? Who is this new guy?
But he thankfully backed out when it got a bit too close for comfort, but it was nearly sensational.
Right, and on board with the other Mercedes man at the minute. He got a bit screwy out the side of the last corner. Those medium tyres haven't quite warmed up just yet, and it's very, very easy on this track to make a mistake, to run wide, and he's under a lot of pressure from Soze and Ant going up. This camera angles are absolutely shocking. Look at the outside, that's Kaiser Soze, and he's got the move done around the outside into turn 3.
Yeah, that was a good move from Soze. I saw it in the background, but you've got B17 really hustling the back of Neil right now, but he's just a bit of a moment out of 4.
Yeah, we're just going to wait for the timing glitches to sort themselves out. But we're all very close company at the moment. All line astern, all roughly. Oh no, Scotty's out!
That's going to be a safety.
Is it going to be a safety?
No, wait, he's retired on track.
That's a strange one, that, yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Because I saw a Mercedes round and called it Fox and then realised it's not Fox.
No, that's very, very strange. But I tell you one thing, DRS is now enabled, and Melvin, the Red Bull, is hounding the back of Fox River. He is on the quicker tyres. He's going to want to get this done sooner rather than later. He knows, of course, Fox is going to have a penalty, but Melvin's going to want to get this done on track. Oh, his Wi-Fi cut out.
Oh,
Scott, that's... Oh, mate. Oh, so sorry, that's so unlucky. Well. There's nothing... Oh, that's terrible. Really sorry about that, my friend. Come back next week. Keep your head up. Actually, come back on Friday. We've got MRCX, check yourself in.
Tier 4, I think, potentially.
Ooh, if he's in for Tier 4, fantastic. Get to see him again. That'll be fantastic to see.
Yeah.
Melvin, I think...
is struggling through the middle sector.
Yeah, that's exactly... You called exactly what I was seeing. Yeah, he seems to run the lower downforce. I think Scottish Ninja, no! Scottish Ninja's gone round exit 7 into 8. Oh, no!
Yeah, I don't know if that may have been contact with Gecko potentially. I'm not sure, but I would guess if it was, we'll probably see it in the stewards. But Danny's in the pits. That could all... It's been an awful lap 4 for the McLaren boys.
It has not gone well at all. But plenty of time to go, and look at this, how close the top 4 are. Dropping Sambal slightly, but Airways, as you mentioned early on, he keeps with these Tier 3 guys. He is a Tier 4 driver, but he keeps with the Tier 3 guys. He keeps with the Tier 2 guys as well. But Melvin has, well, and all of our talking and talking about other stuff, well, Melvin's got the job done. And that is vitally important that DRS Julian hasn't followed. The gap of that is 20... No, hang on. 10-point difference.
Yeah, 10, that was it, yeah.
10-point difference in the championship.
And, well, that'll be that equal then. But
well, not quite, because, of course, Fox is going to get his 4-place penalty at the moment. But Fox ran very, very wide through turn 9, and that is easy to get that warning through there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, there's a huge train now starting to form from Samba all the way back down to about Carl in P12.
Yep, and Samba was flashing like a madman in a particular window, in a particular city, and Neil has got the job done under DRS. And now what can E17 do? We're going to ride on board with the Ferrari, looking back, but Sambal is going to be quicker, but with the DRS, but he's not going to have that frame. And look at this, E17, he goes to the inside into turn 4. Can he make the move late on the brakes? Sambal gives him room, and he does get the job done. But look at the traction difference from Sambal. What can E17 do? He's got the inside line going into 6. Manages to keep it. And now he's got Mr. Voice up the back of him, and Fanning Baby Hornet had that moment early on you mentioned, but he's there in T11 and he's back behind Mutsnuts.
Yeah, he is. But he's under quite a lot of pressure from Carl, but then he's also on the hard tyre as Baby Hornet, so he just needs them to come into play a little bit, but stick with these guys at the same time.
Oh, very wide through the final corner. You can get away with it a little bit through the last corner if you kind of back off the throttle a touch. Hopefully for all the drivers' sake, and Baby Hornet, that is what has happened. But they're all in that DRS, and I think Mutsnuts will have got it on Fanning, but Error Voice has now got Sambal. Sambal is struggling at the minute. He was...
got Fox.
Well, actually, big for the championship, and he's also still got the DRS because they're so close on Melvin.
Yeah, he has. So this is it now. It's the Dutchies up front, like I said.
You did call that early on. You were right with that. Ever Voice has now got E17, and they're battling further down through turn 4, side by side. Ever Voice, I think, has got a bit more traction. He does. He's managed to get the traction on the hard tyres as well. But I don't know if you noticed this. I certainly did. The mediums, I thought I could go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
What happened?
Nuts went into the gravel really wide on the exit of 6. I thought he was out, and yeah, it scared me, but he didn't. He kept it going. Oh,
Samuel and Fanning side by side through turn 9. We've seen that before. Nearly Fanning backed out of that one. I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Mediums.
Oh, yes, that was it. Thank you. I'm glad you said it. E17 Samba both get a penalty now, so they have gone wide far too many times. I found the... Oh, what?
Sorry, every time you try to talk about something, he's making a move.
Yeah, you got
Error
Voice.
The outside.
He gets back Error Voice, but he got a little bit of a twitch, so does Error Voice. This is going to be a drag race. DRS for Error Voice, but not close enough.
No.
B17 gets the job done.
He does. But, hopefully no one overtakes anyone this time, and I'd have to shout over you.
I don't mind that. This is great action. I don't even know who to focus on next. We're currently looking at Mutsnuts and Carl on the back of Baby Hornet. That gap from Airways, though, the top 4. Wow! Mutsnuts and... Ooh, what on earth and Ant? Wow! What is going on middle sector with these two?
Yeah, this is like you, Gavin Simber, all over again. Not 3 or something, but... for Albus trying it out. I get PTSD of that penultimate corner now. I've seen that enough times this week.
Just point out with a 3-second penalty. Their voices on the back of E17. I think this is going to continue for quite some time, but unfortunately losing a bit of time to Neil, who's kind of just on his own, minding his own race, 4 seconds off the top guys. Julian's but Julian's got Melvin for the lead, and that is crucial actually in the championship. He did it late enough, so he's actually got the DRS to defend as well.
Yeah, that is...
I don't know who to focus on and what's happened further back. E17 was in a wall. No, that's outside of turn 3. Easy. We mentioned it's easy to lose traction, but I think Fanning may be caught in that a whole lot. There's some damage on the track, and we've got a virtual safety car. So there's Geke's retired in the pits.
I don't know if that's as a result of the... I said potentially there was contact between him and Ninja. I could be wrong, but yeah.
He lasted this long. Don't know, maybe. Possibly. As Fanning has got no front wings, so I don't know what happened in that with E17. There was a bit of a train and a bit of a battle forming, and unfortunately that's going to cost Fanning dearly as well, especially on the hard tyres. You can go so long on them. And that's what happened to me, but Sambal and Carl have also taken this opportunity to pit under the virtual. Depends how long it's going to last as well, so we're going to skip back up.
Yeah, the guys that have pitted may gain quite a bit here. Sambal, obviously, he was right to pit. He was on the soft tyre. It was the only option he really had, to be honest. The issue is, as he's come out, it's actually time to perfection for him because he's just come out. Oh, he's hit the wall on the exit!
Oh, no. Easy to do, though. You can easily lock up there.
No, the issue is he hit the inside of the wall rather than the outside.
Oh, okay, that's a new one.
So,
Geke did have rear wing damage. Yeah, rear wing damage around here is, well, any track is just horrible. As long as you've got that proof of that, Seward's absolutely fine and dandy. As Melvin's gone very wide through the exit of turn 7 into turn 8.
Yeah, he has. Melbourne seems to be struggling a little bit for traction out of certain corners. But I don't know if this is... Yes.
Sorry, I was just on board with them both having twitchy moments. Him and Fox are running wide through the exit of 9 into turn 10.
The one thing I learned about the mediums on Monday is they go for a graining phase very, very early.
That's what I was trying to get out earlier and couldn't.
I thought it might have been. That's why I actually brought it forward myself.
I tried 3 times and you know what? And then I just forgot my train of thought and gone, you know what? It's fine. You're right, they do.
I blame the tier 3 drivers, not me.
Yeah, I do. This is just crazy racing, fantastic racing. The field's quite spread at the moment. A few pit stops, of course, but yeah, you're right. They do go through that graining phase, and I found personally that they didn't come back.
Yeah.
Maybe I overheated them, I don't know. And Baby Hornet having a good little ding-dong battle. Where's that? There it is, into turn 4. And Baby Hornet doesn't need to really fight that so much now. He can just, if he keeps with Ant, he's going to get in the place of Air Voice and Ant when they get their demotion. He just needs to manage those hard tyres.
Yeah, he does. Simon's a very sensible boy on the odd occasion.
Understeer central.
Yeah, he had big understeer there, didn't he? But yeah, like I was saying, he's sensible occasionally, is Simon. So he will know what. Oh, he's gone seriously wide on the exit of the penultimate, and then literally cut the final corner. But good luck with that.
Oh well, better. E17 had that spin, and he's now
Melbourne to the lead. He's taking
we'll go back to that. Yep. But Julian's going to have the DRS. What's his exit like? A good exit as well. Takes that title and gets the car straight, and he's got a bit more ERS. What has Melvin got for it as well? That's quite high for the top speed, but they're inside. He's just about alongside. Whoa, that was tight, just enough room. And oh, Melvin goes wide on the gravel.
Wow.
Oh, that was just about fair and square between the two Dutch drivers. And then we've got the 2 Brits. Fox is just sitting there quite happily, I would have to say, and Airways is probably doing the same, I would say. Wow, look at that. We're riding on the helicopter cam, we're going to call it. Well, it's not the helicopter, it's the... What do we call it? We're going to call it the Mr. Bean car cam.
Oh, okay.
We're going to call it, sitting on top of the car. He's got about 87% of his ERS as Airways, so he's managing it very well. So has Fox. Whereas these two up ahead, with DRS Julian taking it, they don't.
Yeah.
These guys are really, really going for it. Melvin gets him into turn 3 to get the car stopped and turned. He does, but what's this exit going to be like for Julian? A little bit squirrely.
Yeah. The thing is, it's so easy to be tactical into 3. Oh, Melvin went super defensive on the inside. It actually turned into a twitch.
It did, but he's managed to hold off. I think he used quite a bit of his ERS at that, but Julian's going to try through 5 into 6. Is he going to stick a nose on the inside? That is brave. That is brave. That's side by side through the middle sector. Plenty of room given. He's still there and makes the move.
My heart was in my mouth for a second then.
Oh my god, I can't do this.
No. But it looks... This is very good racing.
It was. That was very fair as well between the two of them. Is Melvin going to try it into turn 1? Thinks better of it. He's got a longer straight coming. And turn 1 is not an easy place to overtake.
But the fact we've got 4 cars literally within 1.2 seconds... No, sorry, 9/10 of a second of each other.
Here we go again.
Julian's played that tactically for the DRS.
Yeah, he may have backed out early enough. Neil's not really dropping off, sticking that gap around 4 seconds and still 2.5, and he's got Air Voice for company. Baby Hornet must have had a moment. He has dropped off the back of those 2 as well.
That was close between Julian and Melbourne into 4.
It was. I want to watch some other battles, but there seems to be a few gaps. Scottish Ninja's got Fanning and Jazz Boy behind him in 12th, 13th and 14th. A few penalties as well for those guys, apart from Grant. He'll be looking to make headway and catch up to Sambal before the pit stop phase. E17 has just pitted, which brought him back down to 16th spot.
Yeah, I mean, Neil's starting to come under a bit of pressure now from Ant in P5, so that's a little battle to sort of keep an eye on. But the all-important one is the run down to turn 3. You got Julian versus Melvin part 14. So that's going to be interesting. Is Julian going to make the move? He isn't. He's smart about it. Now. But, oh, he's got a much better exit. This is going to lead to those two side by side down to 4. But Julian takes the inside. Melvin on the out. And Melvin very...
Trying to, I think he was...
Contact!
I think there was. I think he was trying to switch back.
Yeah, he was, and I think he just misjudged it ever so slightly, but now he's under a lot of pressure from Fox.
Yep, he was under pressure still from Airways. I think those two guys are just quite happily saving ERS, saving tyres, trying to go along, and those mediums are holding up well.
Yeah, they most definitely are. I would probably say Fox's hards are probably the preferred tyre, and arguably Julian's hards as well are probably the better tyre at this stage now, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think you're right with that one. I think they probably are.
But, yeah, Melbourne's, the gap's formed, it's the biggest it's been for a while, and that's weird to say, but he's had a big moment on the exit of one Julian has. This could open up the opportunity for Melbourne at least down to turn 4.
Yeah, but he's just sitting there. He's a bit too far back at this stage. But this is where... Oh, he had to get off the brakes. I think the car... It does that. I think he's just... The brakes did not want to stop, and that has allowed Julian to get away. What can Fox do? Fox, I think, and Airways is just sitting there happily.
Yeah, Anton's just got nil for P5 as well.
He has. That man is on a flyer.
He's done 14 laps on the set off. Danny's out!
Danny's out! And we've got a safety car.
Now that plays into Melbourne's hands beautifully.
Yeah, this plays into all the medium tyre guys.
Yeah.
You could potentially take... Well, you can take the mediums to the end.
But they're going to be horrible. I feel like now, at this point we were just seeing the mediums starting to drop off.
Yeah.
Because Melbourne was having a lot of traction issues, but leading 4 in.
They are. Ant's going to follow them as well. So is Neil. So is Evervoice. Baby Hornet.
No, we've got the whole entourage.
Oh, I thought he was...
Baby
Hornet is staying out. Okay, very interesting.
This is Red Bull tactics, guaranteed.
Yeah, I think... I wonder if he didn't know how close he was to his teammates, so he stayed out to...
Hold Julian up, most likely.
Well, there could be that as well, yeah. Case of Soze stayed out. We're going to have to try and jump. Carl stayed out. Sambal stayed out. Fanning's pitted. Scottish Ninja has pitted. Bergen stays out as well. He's 17. He's only just pitted, but he's going to take this opportunity. He's got nothing to lose. Why not? Don't blame you for that one. Muds Nuts is staying out as well, and Jazz Boy. Oh, Airways! No, Airways! Severe collision with... Bitch, where on earth did that happen? Oh, I've been behind it as they caught the safety car. Oh, Airways! No, no, no. Oh, so unlucky. He was having such a good race. It's not over yet. 20 laps still to go.
Yeah, that definitely is. It's going to be interesting now, though, because it is a sprint to the end. The issue for Melbourne is he's now got a car between him and Julian. So, this is arguably advantage Julian because he's going to be on the fastest tyre to start with as well.
Yeah.
Because he's on the mediums, but it's how much can his teammates support him here. This is actually, Baby Hornet, there's a lot of pressure on you right now.
There certainly is. He's going to have to really do a good job with his teammate. I think that safety car should go in at the end of the lap.
Yeah, the back two are just catching on to the pack now, so... But every driver pretty much, other than Carl Kaiser, Sambal and Bergen, all pitted then. So, that's interesting. Oh, and Baby Hornet, of course, as well. So what, do you like this track in real life, or...?
Yeah, I do. I actually really do like this one.
It is one of the more entertaining ones, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely is. I am a fan.
I like the qualifying here. I think is probably always the best because of how short the track is, and one mistake could be the difference, like I said earlier, between 19th and 4th. So
yeah, I agree.
We shall see. There's a lot of guys on the mediums now.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at those tyres. Safety car is now in this lap, so as we know, Baby Hornet and Case of Soze are the two that didn't pit. Carl only did 8 laps on his hard tyres, so he has decided to stay out. Fair play to him. Now then, when do you go? When does Baby Hornet drop the anchor? And hopefully not the end.
If he's going to do Melbourne a favour, the later he goes, probably the better. Unless he just tries to keep... thing is, they're probably in a party skipper, so he's probably going to tell Melbourne. Melbourne probably already knows when he's going to go. So,
it probably does. That's true. Really backing the pack up quite a lot as it stands.
Is Simon nurtured into Gab or something? Because this is pretty
Oh, there
slow.
he goes. He's gone before turn 9.
And Melvin's right on the... No, sorry, Soze is right on the back of Julian.
Yeah, they are looking back. But he had a little bit of understeer. He was
Melvin.
Where's Melvin? There he is. He's trying to catch Soze down the straight. Backs out of it sensibly, though. Hornet got a good run, but then he had to back it off a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Let's have a look further back. I'm just going to see. Fanning's made a move on Bergen. A P12. Oh, Julian side by side with Melvin. Baby Hornet, sorry. I'm used to seeing Red Bull and saying Melvin.
He's going to want to get that move done very, very quickly indeed.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying it. He's going to try the same move as he tried on Melvin, actually, as well, around the outside of 6.
Outside, he's going to have the gun. Oh, no, I think that's all it's gone round. He has.
Yeah, I think there was contact.
Oh, no. I don't know. Was there? Unless he was in the inside curb. You can if you get the inside curb. I don't know either. Not sure, but Melvin has now got past Soze, but he's 1 second behind. He goes very, very wide. It's kind of wise to stay out there, like he has done. Then we've got Soze, of course. Fox as well is going to try and get past the tier 1 man, and does very quickly on those faster medium tyres. He's going to really want to get that and get on the back there. What can Airways do about Carl as well, further back, who's on the back of Soze, who hasn't really got his tyres up to temperature yet, and that is the struggle, isn't it, after a safety car? If you've got the used tyres on, it's going to be hard to get them working.
Yeah. It really is. There's a few drivers towards the back now with some 3 seconds. You've got Sambal, Fanning, Bergen's on 3, Jazzboy's on 6, and B17's on 3 as well, so I thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah, of course. Scottish Ninja, the sole remaining man in the papaya. So this Airways is side by side coming out through 5. He's going to be side by side into 6. Wisely backs out of it, but doesn't want to run too wide because then he's going to try and give Anton an opening. Anton backs out of it sensibly. It's not necessarily his fight at this stage. Melvin isn't catching the back of Julian. Fox River is there. Is Airways deciding he's going to... I think he is. He is. Airways is pitted.
Maybe he's just trying to get rid of that 5 seconds.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, but maybe he's got another set of mediums spare that he can take to the end. That'll be interesting.
He's going to put him a long way off the pack now.
Yeah.
Put him back with Hornets, so...
What a long way to go. So anything can happen. So does it. Look at all this, says it. And battling all the way up to turn 3, and you've got Error Boys in there in the mix as well.
Fox is trying to move on Melvin.
Ooh, let's have a look at that one. He adds under the DRS and makes the move.
Yeah.
Melvin's not going to be too bothered. If he can use Fox to potentially catch up to Julian, that's what he's going to be looking at. The gap to Carl's 2.7 seconds as it stands. He's going to be battling with Voice, Fanning and Soze. The 2 Williams boys are side by side, or the worst side by side. Fanning gets the move done. Well, then he's got Neil and Scottish Ninja on a charge back through the field as well. Got 7 likes now, guys. 21 of you watching. Come on, guys. We need to get to 10. Even a dozen would be fantastic to show your support for MRC and all these drivers out here who... It's not easy on this track. It is still fast and furious, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely is. Scottish Ninja's trying to move into turn 1 on Neil. And he's got it done into 9th. Good recovery from him, actually, considering he had the quality ban.
Yeah, it is. Good point. It is.
Ant's just passed Carl for P4 as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Scottish Ninja Neil still battling on the way up the hill. Runs a little bit wider. But then we've got... Who's that? That was Soze. I don't know if Soze moved out the way. I was having a moment, but Scottish Ninja and Neil are still side by side going down the hill. Neil's just ahead. Scottish Ninja's going to try and do the switch back. Does he at the front end? Griffey doesn't quite to try the switch.
Yeah. Good racing from the pair of them again, though. There, so great to see. I tell you what, though, Melbourne's hanging on a bit to Fox here. His pace on the mediums is looking pretty strong now, and Fox is obviously closing up to the back of Julian as well.
Yeah, which I think is what Melbourne's trying to do, keeping that DRS, keep getting dragged along. That is absolutely key, as Ant sets the fastest lap of the race in his pursuit of the top three. Soze's in the pits.
Yeah, he definitely is. So I'm surprised he didn't come in under the safety car. He did 21 laps on those hard tyres.
Wow.
That is a stint to be doing, that is for sure.
Certainly is. Melvin, 7/10s, just using that DRS just to keep with the Mercedes man, who is now within a second of DRS. Julian and Melvin, this is going to be rubbing his hands, but he's going to want to keep there. It is sweaty work, and you know how quick Ant is as well in fourth, closing that gap down. But I tell you what, the man who's on a charge, the man who's absolutely flying, is Fanning. Oh, nearly. How on earth did you keep that out going through turn 6?
Yeah.
I thought as I jumped on board, he was just going to keep on going straight on.
I think we had the same moment there where we flicked to him both at the exact same time and saw the exact same thing and just absolutely, a safety car.
We have got a safety car.
Now, I'll tell you something, maybe Hornet will be loving that.
Yeah, that will help him. Fanning's taking the opportunity to dive straight in the pits. I think what did you see?
There was nearly just a huge crash into the pit entry.
Oh.
Ninja sort of decided to go in, then decided not to, and oh
dear.
Yeah, that was nearly big. But we may see that one in the stewards. I'm not sure.
Yep. Potentially. But we've now got our second safety car. So let's go through a few little facts from the Austrian Grand Prix, formerly known as the Ring. Debuted in 1970, which then it lost its place on the calendar for about 10 years, the Ring, after the American driver Mark Donoghue lost his life in 1975, and there was an addition of a chicane in its previous iteration to lower the overall speeds. It did return though after a while, which was back in 1997 with the new name of the A1 Ring. It was Herman Tilke's first major commission, believe it or not. So the first real, as Fox has dived into the pit lane, and it was Herman Tilke's first major track that he worked on.
Yeah, I heard that fact. I don't what I can't remember when. When facts just slip out your mind, though.
Yes,
that was
exactly
that. But...
So then the A1 hosted 7 Grand Prix between 1997 and 2003. Can you name, unless you've got the facts here? Oh, actually, let's open this up to the YouTube chat while we're under safety car.
Because I have read it.
There were 2 wins for 2 drivers. Think of the era. Who are the 2 drivers that won twice each in those 7 years between 1997 and 2003? Who have we got?
Well, Martin's here and he's an encyclopedia, so he's going to answer this in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, probably.
Carl's not in YouTube chat, so he won't answer. Come on, guys. First person to answer gets a shout out from Mark.
Yeah.
Rob Smith is Schumacher.
Cool. Well, Smith has got the first one. That is 1.
Hakkinen.
Rob Smith gets the second one. Rob Smith, you're on fire.
He's too busy eating biscuits. That's not really a good enough excuse, is it?
I don't know how biscuits go with Rioja, but okay, we'll take it. But it was 2 wins for Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher. Then it was lost again, the track, off the F1 calendar until Dietrich Mateschitz purchased the track and renamed it the Red Bull Ring, which was in 2011.
Wow, has it been around that long in the recent era? That's kind of...
Yeah. Back to the
doesn't feel
forwards.
like it has been. It still feels relatively new-ish, kind of.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
But-
It's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is.
So one of the biggest controversies in that era was
Yeah.
2002.
Okay, I was 4.
So he's on a cup and out, not dunking in my wine. I mean, that's just a weird mix of drinks, Mr. Hills. So in 2002, quick shout, what happened, folks, at the end of the Grand Prix? Martin gets it in 1. The Ferrari finish fiasco. It was exactly that. That was the one that everyone was saying, well, you know, this is what Barrichello was told to move over for Michael Schumacher across the finish line, and Michael Schumacher added spice to the controversy of trying to pull Barrichello up onto the top step of the podium. Then the FIA introduced a lot of measures to try to stop the teams issuing those team orders. Worked for a while.
Yeah,
And then it came back.
I've never been so angry after seeing, like, obviously I don't remember that race, I was nearly a child at that point, but seeing the replay still angers me to this day.
Yeah, it's...
Just because of... If you had that in the modern, like, you see it now, like, how mad people went, I think it was, wasn't it earlier this season when Sergio got asked to move over for Max?
Yeah.
You see that in this day and age, it's just going to go absolutely bonkers, to say the least. So,
Yeah, you're right. It is actually. You're definitely right. It's it's one of those, isn't it, with F1? And there's always something happening. There's always controversy wherever you go, and whatever season you're in. There's going to be something, isn't there? And teams always find ways to go through the loopholes and see
the
what
thing
else
is, there's
they
a
can, they can
loophole
get.
in everything. It's just about how smart you are at finding the loopholes. So,
Yeah.
Sadly, that is the truth, though. There's look at all the new inventions, like Red Bulls, for example, this season, DRS.
Yeah.
That is what separates them ultimately from the other cars. Because we've seen in the wet, they're not that much quicker when the DRS is off.
No.
So, yeah. But safety car's in. We've got a 10-lap sprint.
We certainly do. We certainly do.
I'm kind of surprised Melvin didn't maybe box there.
Yeah. Let's
Where
have a
has
quick-
B17 come from, by the way?
Wow. He took a big advantage. So Fox is going to be quick. Fanning, Carl, Bergen, Samble on the soft tyres. They haven't done a full flying lap yet, but what can those medium tyres do to warm up? Will they last another 10 laps? What can Melvin do with the heat of those hard tyres with E17 right on his tail as well? This is going to be an exciting 10 laps to say the least. And when does Julian drop the hammer? Does he go early through turn 9? Does he try to keep them a little bit on their toes? Or is he going to try and go late through the final corner, trying to warm up the last of the front tyres? And now he goes on the apex of turn 10 and drops the hammer, and he's caught Melvin napping quite a lot. 7/10 already as they go down the main straight. Melvin's weaving, trying to keep E17 behind, and just about manages it. Then you've got the Aston Martin. Oh, Melvin goes very, very wide and gets a 3-second penalty to match.
That's a race ruining moment there for Melvin.
It could be exactly that. That could be disastrous towards the end.
It really could. But further back, Baby Hornets made a move on Sambal up the inside into 3.
Yep, they're still
Sambal's
side
got
by
B.
side.
Through goes Hornet.
Yep, and then to have a look, E17. Oh, having a little sneaky look on the inside. It's not close enough.
He is. E17's looking very racy on this restart as well, especially when you know that he's got a soft runner of Fox. Now side by side with him on round 6. What a move.
Yeah, it was a fantastic move. Those grippier soft tyres firing up very quickly indeed. Scottish Ninja 3-second penalty. It's been a difficult night for the Scotsman.
Yeah, definitely has. He's dropped quite far back. The McLarens haven't had the best day today.
No, they're certainly not, unfortunately. The Alpines have dropped back as well, 14th and 15th. What can Airways do to get himself back through the field? Same with his teammate Sambal. Baby Hornet up there in 11th, battling with Bergen, but then you've got a few drivers getting the penalties. Melvin is now getting jumped by Fox River, who's just got the grip on those tyres. 2 compounds, of course, difference between them.
Carl and Bergen side by side in 3. Carl's got the better exit though.
That's going to be interesting, Tier 1 versus Tier 2, and I'm sure they're in a party together, they usually are. So that's going to be interesting. They're chasing down Keith Soze. Carl moving quite a bit over, but now Bergen's got the inside line and makes the move.
I was waiting for a party implosion then more than anything. But, I was like, wow. Just after you said they're at a party, they smashed each other up, but no, they're all good. So, that's... Anton's now starting to get involved in this battle though at the front. He's right on the back of Melvin.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Melvin's dropped off the back. He's going to be caught by Ant. I think now the DRS is now enabled.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one come the end of the straight. I tell you what, Fox is maybe going to make a move on Julian here as well. No.
Let's have a look. He's not quite, but Ant on the inside of Melvin, who's just not got those hard tyres up and running as it stands.
Yeah, I tell you what, Hornet's just passed Carl.
And E17's gone backwards as well.
Yeah, he has. Quite a lot as well. He must have had a moment somewhere, but yeah, Hornet's into the points now as well, which is great news for him.
Yeah, good comeback from Baby Hornet. And he's only a second further back from Bergen and E17, who are fighting side by side through turn 6. Bergen has the grippier tyres, gets the move done.
Yep, he does.
But Melvin is struggling now with Fanning on the inside of 9. Fanning backs out of it. Decides to wait for another day.
He does. He's on them brand new soft tyres as well, so they're probably working beautifully. I'm surprised Fox hasn't actually gone for Julian yet, to be honest, because those softs you'd expect to be working really. And now that's it. Now it's going to be taking candy off a baby.
Yeah, I think so. There's Julian. There it goes. Julian's going to get it again. Going up the hill, but I tell you what, he's trying not to give in. Oh, he's on the inside. Fox leaving him room just about. Julian's going to have the DRS as well. There it is, in wide open, but Fox has got the exit, but Julian's coming back at him. Fox was over slightly, but okay. Heavy braking, he's on the inside. There's the Mercedes round the outside. He's got the grip. Look at the grip difference.
Wow. That was some close racing. There was a bit of wheel banging, but it was generally fine, but they gave the perfect amount of room for each other there.
They did. Melvin is really struggling now on those hard tyres. You thought they might have come up to temperature by now, but he's now struggling with Ant, Fanning and Evervoice already passed him and trying to keep Soze and Bergen at bay as well. This is turning into a very difficult last couple of laps.
The one plus for Melvin at the moment is he's still going to finish on what is a net podium.
It is at the minute,
he's
and
he's drop behind. No, actually, he's going to finish second as things stand still.
Yeah, it depends. Oh, he got a bit twitchy. Don't think he will at the moment. Leaning down in PA, but look at all this. Airways, 3-second penalty. Baby Hornet's having a good battle again. He's now got Scottish Ninja behind him, who's going to be trying to close up.
On Melbourne, he's through. And now, through goes the Ferrari. Melbourne has maybe just had the worst lap in Red Bull history, potentially. In terms of dropping places. Yeah, the
Red Bulls in 10th and 11th spot. Neil and E17 fighting as well. Oh no, it's E17! Oh no, he's collected Melvin! Oh, that is just treacherous. Look. Oh, you couldn't write it. Oh, wow. That is absolutely shocking. E17 just lost the rear. Oh, that is so unlucky.
You got to feel both there, haven't you, really? But I tell you something, 100%. This has now put Hornet and Ninja right back in the mix. And they were last and second last. So, these two all of a sudden have come from nowhere to be, well, the third and fourth tier 3 driver on track, technically, so...
Yeah. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. We've got Ant is having a battle with Julian as well. He's still got the DRS. I think Carl's been lapped. I don't know what happened to Carl. E17 and Melvin have both had to pit. So desperately unlucky. We're nearly out of the safety car window. I think you're kind of right, Ryan. Melvin could have boxed under the safety car. You'd have to say that would have been potentially the better strategy, but try to go long. I don't blame him.
I mean, the issue is his strategy works at tracks where there's not long straights because obviously you don't get the DRS advantage. But if he did that at Hungary, which we've got in a few weeks' time, it may have worked out for him. But today, sadly not, because it's a relatively easy track to overtake out.
Yeah, with the 3 DRS zones, you know, you've got potentially one to line up into turn 1, which is Anti's trying to do now on Julian. Then the main one is that through, as we're on now, the second straight from turn 2, sorry, it's turn 1 through turn 2 to turn 3. Sorry, losing completely track of where I am now.
Yeah, Ninja's just made the move on Hornet into 1. And Hornet's not going to have the DRS, but he will have it on the run down to 4. Oh, Airways is out!
Oh no, Airways! Where was that? He's in the pits.
Yeah, appears so. Wow.
Yes. Oh, so unlucky for him.
It's a shame, he was doing so well, wasn't he?
He was having a great race, and I just think it kind of went away from him a little bit. So unlucky. Really unlucky.
Yeah, Hornet's under a bit of pressure here actually from Jazz Boy. Oh, that was insanely close between those two into 6.
So let's have a look at the battles that are actually happening in T3. So we've got Baby Hornet there with Jazz Boy behind him, as you rightly said. Jazz Boy's tyres, he's 10 laps on those hards. I think he's going to be faring a little bit better than Hornet's going to be suffering with a bit of understeer, quite a bit of wear on those mediums, and Scottish Ninja's going to be ending near the end of the life, but should be okay towards the end. Got 2 more racing laps after this. Ant has finally got past Julian. As long as Julian keeps himself up there, that is still the net win.
Apologies if you spoke to me, my controller died.
Oh, that's alright. It happens.
I was scrambling around looking for a charger, but I'm back.
Actually, that's a good point. Mine was flashing as well earlier, so I'm going to quickly pop a cable in. There we are.
Fastest lap from Melbourne, he's just taken that off whoever had it. I'm not actually sure, but
I don't actually normally pay attention to that. I'm not going to lie. That's something that normally slips me.
Oh, car's in the wall!
Oh no, where was that? That's
he had blue flags and yeah.
Not ideal. So Baby Hornet, Scottish Ninja. Let's have a quick look at those penalties before we get to the closing stage with the 2 laps left. Now the leaders across the line. 3 seconds for Fox, 3 seconds for Fanning, 3 seconds for Bergen. Scottish Ninja with 3 seconds. Jazzboy with 9 seconds. Much Nuts with 3 as well. And Fox has had a big moment. What happened there with Fox? That must have been outside of turn 1.
Got no wing.
Oh no, has he got no wing? Oh my days. Wow, that really opens up more points potentially for Neil, for Scottish Ninja, for Baby Hornet, for Jazzboy, and Co. For Tier 3. Much Nuts has got 3 seconds, Sambal 6, E17 3, and Melvin 3. There's the penalty situation as we go into the last lap and a half.
I'm watching Fox drive with no front wing, and he drives better than me with a front wing.
Oh, crikey.
It's quite depressing. I'm watching it now, I'm like, okay. Brilliant, he carries more speed than me through there. But there's been some great recoveries here. I think Neil's had one of the best. Obviously, Ninja and Hornet, they've both come from, like I said, last to, well, 3rd and 4th in their tier, technically. So
exactly that. What's Fox going to do? Is he going to pit for his wing? He's stayed out, actually, as Fox.
He probably just thinks it's last lap.
Yeah, so Bergen has pitted. Actually, we saw Bergen, and it's going to bug me. Another driver do this in Miami last time round. Rob did it, and another one, and Ant did. Yes, they moved over and let the other drivers through, which was great from them. Fanning, not so much. He's just past Julian into turn 3. Both get a moment on the exit. Can Julian get the drive out? He's going to have the DRS. He's going to want to get ahead of Fanning, who's got that 3-second penalty and the demotion coming up. But Fanning is a good racer. He's also a very clean racer. Oh, side by side, room given. And Fanning's just about got the drive, but Julian's got the inside lines. He's going to try to keep it on the inside. Backs out wisely from there. Easy to get. As Fox has just made a move.
Stayed there. What's happened with Fox?
I don't know, but Julian's got the move done on the exit.
I'm praying Fox did not just go back in it. I don't think he was close enough to be able to go to the back of him, but
I
He's moved up
don't.
like 3 places.
I'm confused, so confused by what's going on there. And moves out the way, so Julian takes the win on track as well. Fanning will take second on track. Let's just wait a moment till we let all the penalties and all the demotions, etc., calm down a little bit. Because after that late safety car, that has completely thrown me. Apparently Airways and Bit had it coming together. Oh dear.
Yeah. Potentially, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but
Yeah,
might be something we see in the stewards.
potentially we will. So, on track at least before different demotions, before stewards all come into play, we've got Julian who takes the win, Error Voice takes second, Fanning in third, Casey Souza in fourth. Good points regardless for the Williams boys. Fox is in fifth, and we will come back to the rest of the standings very, very soon, as the game gives Casey Souza the driver of the day.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're not obviously going to give it to a tier 1 driver, are we? But
No, I mean, no. I'm not.
I refuse. Point blank.
Yeah, I don't normally do it, but I'm going to have to give it to Julian because he battled with Melvin constantly, kept Fox and Airways behind in the early stages, and still battled through as well right at the end with Fanning, and had some great moves and some fantastic wheel-to-wheel action. So I am going to give it to our race winner, personally.
That was Julian, correct?
Certainly
yes,
is.
It was. I mean, Julian, yes, he dominated the race. There's no denying that. But I'll split it, and I'm not saying I don't agree with you, I'll just split it. I'll go Baby Hornet for how far last he was.
That is a great shout.
Before that last safety car, and he's actually finished what will now be second on track.
It will,
He
yeah. I
gets-
think Error just jumped Scottish Ninja, so he would be third in tier Scottish Ninja, but fourth after a demotion. So a great result still from him, which he needed as well. So we've mentioned those guys down to 7th, Jazzboy in 8th, Neil in 9th, Muts Nuts rounds out the points in 10th, Sambal in 11th, East 17. Difficult day for him in 12th and in 13th after moving over for the guys at the end. Melvin, difficult day as well. 14th, Bergen 15th, Carl 16th, Airways, really unlucky for him. 17th, RSC, Danny, Geke, and Scotty did not finish. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is tier 3 for this evening. That was exciting, to say the least. That was fantastic racing.
There was a lot of good side-by-side action there. There really was. And it's good to see, actually. In a tier that's struggled this season, in more ways than one, it's good to see them bounce back with a bang.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was a lot of fantastic racing, a lot of fair racing, a lot of respect given as well. So I definitely agree with you there. We have got, ladies and gents, we have got tier 4 coming at you in approximately 15 minutes' time, believe it or not. That will be headed by Mr. Baby Hornet himself, with Mr. Edens fresh off their exciting and hair-raising trails and tribulations around this circuit. And then we're moving back to Blighty on Friday evening for MRC X at 7:30. That is going to be a one-shot qualifying with a sprint race and a 50% as well. All that's left at this moment in time is to say thank you to my partner in crime, Mr. Hardy. Thank you for joining, my friend. Absolute pleasure, as always. We will see you all very, very soon. Thank you all for watching, and a good evening and a good night.